Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Melissa Hunter again from Family Video Network. So I'm feeling pretty good this morning because I slept last night. Because you see, I hadn't slept the night before because I knew that the self-identification tool was coming out, and I knew that yesterday was going to be a shit show. My God, she said a swear word. Because if I say swear words, then I don't have to check the box that this is made for kids, but I have to be careful not to use too many swear words so that I'm still advertiser friendly. This is the kind of stuff that was going on last night on Twitter. And there's just all the stuff that I knew was going to happen is happening. And so I want to have a talk with you this morning. Okay? I'm going to talk to you as your friend, as your mom, and as a person who's been watching the YouTube business for over 7 years. Okay? Just stay with me for a second. Why the heck did Will Smith paint himself blue to play the genie in Aladdin? Because first of all, it was creepy AF, right? And second of all, why would he do that? Why does he keep being in kids' movies? Money, honey! Because he gets a piece of the box office, he gets a piece of all of the licensing. If they make rides at Disney World, he gets a piece of that, okay? That's why. Because there is money in kids' content. Whether it's movies, TV, not so much TV, anything that you can license. See, it's all about the back end. You get the box office, but it's all about the licensing. It's always about the licensing, okay? So that's why Will Smith, who used to make millions of dollars making movies for general audiences, all audiences, or for grown-ups, makes a movie that's really for kids. I mean, you know, it's rated G, so it's general audience, but really, the target audience was kids, okay? So, that's one of the arguments that's been going on right now is, well, I don't specifically make my content for kids. I make my content for all audiences. Okay, and I hear you, I understand you, I totally get it, okay? I totally get it. But I want to challenge you to think about something for a second. To think about the rise of kids' content. And to think about what monthly view numbers used to look like on YouTube. Okay? I remember, once upon a time, in New York City, the child and the husband and I were walking, we're walking through Times Square. We were probably on our way to the Toys R Us in Times Square because we're a kids channel. And there were all of these murals, and then the buses are going by, and they've got pictures of these female YouTubers. And there were 3 of them. The only one I remember is Michelle Phan. They were all like beauty and lifestyle YouTubers. YouTube was doing a big campaign. And literally, Michelle Phan's face is plastered on the side of a bus. Some of you right now are, Michelle who? Trust me, she used to be big. And we're seeing these buses and stuff. And the kid's around like 10 at this point. And he says, how come we're not on the side of a bus? And I was like, huh? He's like, I love Michelle Phan, because we did love Michelle Phan, but we're getting way more views than she is. How come we're not on the side of the bus? And I was like, whoa, you see, we're a dirty little secret on YouTube. They don't want people to know that there's kids channels, okay? Which is how we got into this mess, right? Let's be honest. We were the dirty little secret for a long time. And look, we all knew we were. Okay, we used to complain about it, right? How come we're never featured creators at VidCon? Well, here's why we were never featured creators at VidCon. There'd be like a couple of you. There'd be like the token 1 or 2 featured creators at VidCon that made kids and family content, right? But mostly it was like people who got way less views than people who made kids and family content. Or made family content. I'm gonna take the kids out. Family content, general audience content, family-friendly content. Never, and there's people up there that are being celebrated as superstars, and they're getting TV shows, and they've got merchandise in stores, and they're getting way less views than us. Why? Well, because here's the truth that I need you all to start thinking about. As you're making the decision about whether or not you should, I look like a ghost right now because I actually turn on the studio lights, but the sun is streaming in, and I'm too lazy to get up and change this, and I'm on a roll. I want you to think about this, okay? As you are making the choice to change any decisions that the YouTube algorithm made about your content, There's a few things I want you to think about. Number one, do you honestly and truly believe that millions of adults watched your videos? Really? Like, if you have like millions of subscribers and your videos are getting like over 1 million views each, do you really and truly think that over 1 million adults watched your content? Well, no, they might be over 13. Now, I'm going to make an argument right now, guys. And I love family vloggers. My best friends, family vloggers. Hey, girl, okay? I'm going to make an argument right now. People between the ages of 13 and 17, there are not millions of them watching family vlogs. I know this because I have a child that used to watch family vlogs and then became a teenager and does not watch family vlogs anymore. Even though the family vlogs that he used to watch, those kids are now teenagers, he doesn't really want to see what they're doing anymore because he's moved on to other content on YouTube. Content where they say way more than shit show, okay? Really? Is it really mostly adults watching your channel? Now, YouTube, the machine made those designations based on a number of signals. That's basically all they're going to tell you. They can't tell you, well, okay, we did that because we know for a fact that children are watching your channel. They can't, they won't, they never will. Okay, they have an official statement. It's somewhere in my notes. I don't remember what it is. Maybe I'll just plop it here on the screen. But basically, you should, think about it. Think about that designation. If they chose your content as made for kids, Now, there's some really funny examples. There's one where it's like Super Mario effing die is the only video on a guy's channel that got marked as made for kids. And it's also the only video on his channel with the F word in the title. The machine's gonna make mistakes, okay? It's my favorite mistake so far. I'm waiting for more. But here's the situation you're looking at right now. You're like, if I check the box that my video is made for kids, I'm gonna lose a ton of features. Damn it, I love that watermark. Love that watermark so much. I love that clickable watermark. I got so much traffic from people clicking on that watermark. No, you didn't. Go look at your traffic sources and where your subscribers came from. I know a lot of people were like butthurt about the watermark because I was too, because it was like, oh, come on. Channel branding is going away. But then I thought about it. I'm like, nobody ever clicks on my little watermark. Okay. It just felt like adding insult to injury. Okay, but you're going to lose a lot of features. You're going to lose comments. You're going to lose notifications. Trust me, 70% of my traffic in the first 2 hours comes from notifications. I'm effed, right? You're losing all kinds of stuff. And you're like, and I'm not going to get suggested. I'm going to lose all this stuff. And I'm going to lose all my views. And I'm going to lose targeted advertising. So that's what happens if I check the box made for kids. And YouTube says that almost all my videos are made for kids. Now, what happens if I change that? What if I change that? Well, if you change that and YouTube comes back later next year and once the thing rolls out and goes, oh, we disagree again, and then you appeal and you lose, you've lost it anyway. Or if they think that what you have done is deceptive by changing the designation to not made for kids, if they think that you are being egregiously violating of the terms, you could face channel termination, video deletion. Okay, so there's all of those potentials for if you don't identify correctly, right? Like, so I check the box made for kids, I lose everything. Do you really? What happens if you check the box not made for kids? Many of you are thinking today, well, okay, here, I'm going to check the box. No, you know what? General audience, I don't make my content for kids. Maybe there's some kids watching. No, general audiences. My demographics say, that was my other favorite part last night, was I had so many gamers on Twitter last night saying their demographics, like, 13 and up. I was like, you guys know a lot about YouTube, don't you? YouTube doesn't show anything below the age of 13. And I explained to people pretty much anything between the ages of 17 and 35. But really that anywhere in the 30s, okay? If you're a gamer or a toy channel, that's somebody's mom or dad. Or a kid who made up a fake birthday, but mostly it's kids on their parents' devices. If you really think that there are 32-year-olds watching you play Roblox in the millions, you are delusional. Okay? Now, but I'm not going to check the box, and I'm going to be fine. I'm still going to get personalized ads. I'm going to get suggested, so I'm still going to get millions of views. Here's what's going to happen in January. You're not going to check the box. And you're going to be all like, I'm good. I'm still going to get millions of views. And all of a sudden, your views are going to fall off a cliff. And I know what you're going to do. This is what's going to happen all over Twitter and Facebook. YouTube doesn't like that I disagreed with their designation. They designated my channel as a kids channel. I changed the designation. And you know what? They're blacklisting me. They're shadow banning me. And they're making me look like a kids channel. In their system, they're still saying I'm a kids channel. And that's it. They're shadow banning me. It's a shadow ban. Look, my stuff's not going to show up in shirts. That's what you people are going to tell me. That is what you are going to go to immediately when your views fall off a cliff once this thing gets enacted because you didn't check Made for Kids. Do you know why your views are going to fall off a cliff? And you're like, you seem to have a lot of attitude this morning, Mommy. I do. Yesterday was a very long day for me. I spent yesterday keeping y'all calm. Okay? I get a minute to be salty. Here's why your views are going to fall off a cliff. Because your millions of views were not people over the age of 13. They were children. They were kids. And because you did not check the box that your content is made for kids, your content is not going to be served to kids. So, if the system detects that a person has come onto the platform and is watching content that has been marked as made for kids, it is only going to contextually and otherwise present to that viewer other content made for kids. It's not going to present to that viewer content not made for kids. Uh-oh. So while I will gladly grant you that checking the box that you make content for kids is going to have a negative impact on your views because we are going to lose notifications. You are going to fall out of the search and discovery engine most likely. Comments, all of the things that get you into suggested are going to go away. I'm also willing to make an argument, and by the way, none of this is to be construed as legal advice or that I know anything. I'm just using logic and what I know about the YouTube algorithm, okay? I am going to make the argument that if you at least will be served to kids. You will be served to people who want to see your content. Now, here's the other thing. You don't check the box, okay? So now your content is not being served to kids. It's not being surfaced to kids, okay? It's being surfaced to people who don't want to watch content made for kids, necessarily. Okay, now some of them are going to be parents and stuff and people over 13 who like your channel and you're still going to get some views. That's not like you're going to go to zero, but you're still going to get some views. But here's what's going to happen, okay? What are all the indicators that the algorithm uses to push your video, to say that this was a good video, and then to say, even though YouTube says it doesn't, look, we all know it works this way. If your last video was a dud, your next video might not get as much love on the impression side, right? Okay? Hang on one second. Tea's perfect temperature right now. So, you make family-friendly content. No kids get to see it, okay? It doesn't get surfaced to them unless they go look for it. If they're subscribed to you, they still find it, okay? If they go looking for your channel, they go and they type in the search bar with their 4-year-old fingers. Mommy's world, okay? No, but let's say some kids are still being able to watch it because they're finding it, okay? But then it's getting served to other people in the not made for kids category. And they're looking at the thumbnail and they're like, maybe I'm interested in it. And they click through it. And it's really kind of family friendly. It's really not their thing. And they click out. Okay? Now we've got your average watch time going down. Okay? Because the audience that it's being served to, if they do click on it, they don't like it. Okay. Here's the next problem. Your thumbnail is being surfaced for people who like to watch, other stuff. And they're looking at the thumbnail and they're like, the heck is that? That looks like, I don't know. That doesn't look like anything I want to watch. Your CTR drops because people who are served your thumbnail don't click on your thumbnail because they're not looking for family-friendly content. And that thumbnail looked like family-friendly content. Well, now you could put boobs in the thumbnail, but then you would get demonetized. So now we're gonna have a whole bunch of people who used to make family-friendly content who don't want to check the box, because if they check the box, they're gonna lose all their views. So they're not gonna check the box, and they're still gonna lose a lot of views, and all of their indicators are gonna drop into the toilet. So now they're gonna say, okay, if I want to get my views back, if I want the people who my content is being served to watch my stuff, I need to start being edgier. I need to start cursing. That was the one, a lot of gamers were like, I'm just gonna start saying hell, shit, and damn a little bit, and then I don't have to check the box. You can do that, but guess what? You're still gonna lose all the views. Because if you're not an edgy gamer, like my teenager's not gonna watch you. And if you're a family-friendly gamer who's been getting millions of views from kids, you're not gonna get served to kids. So you're not gonna get millions of views, so you're still not gonna make money, honey. So you're gonna have to completely change what you do. Do you wanna do that? Do you really wanna do that? Do you wanna become a completely different kind of channel in order to be able to not check the box made for kids and get views? Now here's the other thing. The views that, I want you to go back to what I said in the beginning. People about the featured creators at VidCon, okay? They have never gotten the kinds of views that family content gets because they don't get views from kids. That's the bottom line. So you cannot check the box, make your content a little edgy. You will never, ever get as many views. You could change your content completely. And if you don't have the kids, you're never gonna see the kind of views you used to see. Because those numbers are part of the reason that non-family creators hate us. They do, you know the way they act if we go to like a vid summit or a VidCon and you say you have a toy channel or a family vlog and they give you the, right? Because they know that you get 100 million views a month and they kill themselves and they slave to make excellent, amazing, high quality content, and they're like barely cracking 5 or 10 million views a month. Because adults don't watch 100 million views worth of content. They don't. Teenagers maybe, but they're not watching family vlogs and toy videos. I know, I have a teenager. I don't think that you're thinking right if you're thinking, if I check the box not made for kids content, I get to keep my views and my advertising. I don't think that's a true statement. I am basing this only on what I know about the algorithm and what I know about working with people who don't make kids content. They don't get tens of millions of views a month. They don't. And if you're not going to be served to kids, how are you going to get those tens of millions or 100 million views a month? And what if your content really is mostly watched by kids and the FTC uses their B6 powers, it's a thing, to make YouTube give them the viewer data, and the FTC goes and they look at channels that did not check the box made for kids, and they look at the data, and there are indications that 50, 70% of the viewers were kids. I don't know what happens. I don't know. I do know that probably after January, if you do not check the box, I think your viewership from kids will drop, except there will still be kids watching, because there will be the kids that go to their they learn that I need to go to my subscriptions page to find the channels that I like, or they know to search you, but they're under 13. And what if the FTC asks for the data, looks at the data, and sees that a large portion of your views are still coming from kids, but you have not checked the box? Remember, it's $42,000 per violation. I just want you to think about it. You're going to lose a lot when you check the box made for kids. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to suck. And your views are going to drop, and your advertising is going to fall to almost nothing. Let's assume nothing, especially for January. But in the long term, YouTube is building up their contextual sales department. MCNs are working on creating contextual sales mechanisms. And it's going to come back, okay? It's going to work out. And we are going to think of new strategies and new ways to promote our content that work within the confines of the new little fence that they've made for us, okay? It's going to be okay. The risk that you're taking to check the box not made for kids, you're still going to lose millions of views. And you're going to lose millions of views and risk getting either penalized by YouTube, by deletion, strikes, turning off of your channel, God knows what, or you're going to risk the FTC coming after you. So we're going to talk about this a lot more tomorrow night in the town hall, Thursday, November 14th. I think I got that right. At 7 p.m. on the Family Video Network Facebook page. I'll put the link down below. You'll be able to live ask me questions that I won't have the answers to. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I did get a referral of a lawyer who knows about FTC stuff, so that's good. Because most lawyers have no idea. But we'll talk about this and you know, we'll try to work through it together. But I just want you to think about these things today as you're sitting there after a sleepless night and trying to decide how to identify your content. Okay? And gamers, I think you really have to think hard about what you want to do here. If you're a family-friendly or kid-friendly gamer, I really think you want to be careful about what you choose. Okay? Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna go edit a video about dolls, because I make videos for kids, and I'm proud of it, and I'm checking the box because I believe that it's going to be okay eventually. Tea is not the right temperature anymore. Love you guys. See you tomorrow night on Facebook. Bye.